a surplus in terms of energy and power may be misleading because this is suppressed demand, and this could be really as a result of the failures of the distribution system to be able to address and deliver the power in real time.
Minister, it's not quite your area, but is this deliverable?
Yes, it is deliverable. The most probably what he says is absolutely correct. The distribution, transmission and theft is a problem. With generation, you need the PLF, good PLF. Some of the power projects, they are working on 20 PLF, 30 PLF. So we have to increase the generation capacity. And third time, another important thing is about the distribution. I have got the solution. We are now trying in Maharashtra, but it will not appropriate to talk about it because something in the political scenario. Also, you should talk in a system by which the common people can understand, and we should not invite more criticism on it. As far as the distribution is concerned, we have to find out some solution, and without that accountability, we will never be succeed in the power sector. Because we are giving power of 100 rupees and taking the bill of 90 rupees, 10 rupees losses are there. It is continuously going on last many years. How it can be survived? Somewhere we have to take some decision, and these are very hard decision, important decision. I feel that government will definitely find out some solution.
All right. Well, we've got literally 3 or 4 minutes to run. Let me go finally back to N.K. Singh, the economist, because I picked up from a year ago what you wrote in advance of the equivalent meeting last year. You wrote it publicly. India remains among the most over-regulated countries in the world. A manufacturer must comply with 70 regulations and file 100 returns a year. Regulation has underpinned every discussion here. Your view, please, about the state of regulation.
I think there are 3 important changes which have taken place since I may have written that piece last year, to which you are referring to me. First, I think in terms of the average time of being able to really now start, the average time has come down dramatically from 129 days to just 27 days. Second, on the ease of doing business, the ease of doing business in the calculation index of the World Bank, we have notched up 12 decisive points on 2 important counts on the enforcement of contract and on the total number of permissions which are needed. Third, in terms of the index compiled by the World Economic Forum on the Global Competitiveness Index, we have registered a significant change in India becoming a more competitive economic destination than was so in the last 1 year. So I think we are making progress. We are making credible progress. We need to keep up this pace.
Thank you very much indeed. Well, what we've tried to do is summarize a whole day of discussion literally in the last 57 minutes or so. Can I finally invite Philip Rösler from the World Economic Forum to come and give some final remarks. Philip Rösler.
So thank you, Nick. Ladies and gentlemen, I will make it quite briefly. So first and foremost, I would like to thank you. So that means, of course, our Honorable Minister, N.K. Singh, all the issue chairs, and of course the moderators. So please a big hand to our start off. And former it was called closing, but now we call it take off, because this was the first National Strategy Day on India. And our purpose is to shape India's national agenda in a global context. And therefore we identified, out of the 9 or 10 global challenges we defined as a World Economic Forum, 5 major issues which we would like to address together with you here in and for India. So that was the reason why we discussed, of course, the quite important issue of agriculture, food security, job skills, education, infrastructure, financial inclusion, quite briefly, and as well the question of energy. And it was not only a discussion, because the idea was to make it shorter, a little bit smaller, more high level, which was a great success, thanks to your participation, and always action-oriented. In all of the 5 different issues, we identified over this day a couple of nice projects we could launch even during this day. In terms of education, we have the existing initiative for skills in India, driven by our Regional Business Council. But in addition, now we discussed another initiative for vocational training, starting maybe in one of the states. We have, in terms of infrastructure, great discussion in terms of urbanization, in terms of energy, hopefully the agreement with the Clean Energy Alliance with the Indian government. And of course, in terms of financial inclusion, some projects to increase the financial inclusion for all the people here in India. In agriculture, we have successful initiatives, the new vision for agriculture with Maharashtra, and now we could invite, hopefully add, then 3 new states in order to improve our idea of agriculture and the new vision for agriculture. So finally, we could really come into action. And therefore, it's not a closing, it's of course a so-called take-off session, because we would like to start now with you all the projects over the course of the next 12 months, and to come back in 1 year and see what we have achieved together. Really in the public-private mindset. We have had here not only one honorable minister, but 16 so-called public figures, ministers, chief ministers, and state ministers. And you, as a private sector, which means, of course, business, but civil society, academia, and the youth. So again, thank you very much for your engagement. And of course, we owe the people in India a great success for all the projects we started. So again, thank you very much. It was a great day, and hopefully a good takeoff. Safe flights. Thank you very much.